it whatsoever he will. Right? So these actions that these leaders of these nations taken is not of their own will, not of their own doing. Is the Father doing that? Is Yahweh Hashem Yahshai doing that? Right? He doing that. He doing it. He's stirring up their minds. He's stirring up their minds. He's stirring up Iran. He stirred up Iran mind to the point now where Iran have nuclear missiles now. Back then Iran didn't have nuclear missiles. Right? Iran have nuclear missiles now. North Korea have nuclear missiles now. And they're ready and willing to use it. Right? These nations willing to use it. They don't have these things here. Have them for style. And it's the Father put that in the head for them to come up, for them to acquire these weapons. These weapons of mass destruction. Right? I must continue. Every way, verse 2, every way of a man is right in his own eyes. Yeah. So they're thinking that not only that they're thinking that is right, but as I say, they're thinking that their actions, what they're doing is of their own mindset, their own mind capacity. Not knowing is the Lord. Is the Lord. Not knowing is Yahweh. He doing it. Right? Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. Right? And high look and a proud heart and the plowing of wicked is sin. Right? And who is more proudful and have a prideful heart than the so-called white man? Right? Who is more proudful and is uplifted within their own self? Not more than the so-called white man. Right? Going now to I'll go into something here. To Ezekiel, the book of Ezekiel chapter 38. Right, this is the book of Ezekiel chapter 38, starting from the top. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Yeah. Who is that Gog and Magog? That is Russia. That is Russia. Right? And say, thus said the Lord power Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach. Now when I go into the word Meshach, that city, Meshach is really Moscow. When I go into that word Meshach, right? Because they changed the name from Meshach to Moscow. Right? Or you could say Meshach means Moscow. Where is Moscow? Russia. Right? I will turn thee back and put jaws into thy and put hooks into thy jaws, Salakia, and I will bring thee forth. Right? Where is that? Where you putting hooks into thy jaws? He's bringing back Russia into that old Soviet Union way of life. Right? He bringing them back into that old Soviet Union military standard that there was back in the days of I think his name was Gorbachev. Yeah, well, we could go all the way back even to Joseph Stalin. Right? He's bringing them back. Yeah, because they had nuclear capability since 1949 or something like that. Yeah, just after World War II, right? Yeah, so he bringing them back to that Soviet Union style. And I will bring thee forth all thine army, yeah, all thine armies, right? Horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, and with great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Yeah, he bringing them back. That horseman, right? That horseman goes back to what? To the tanks, right? Because whether war will, we believe, we the men of GMS prophetic vibration, we believe that World War III will start off in Venezuela and end up over there, right? And when it end up over there, there is in the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the valley of decision, days where you go really reach a climax, right? Come on. Right, with all sorts of armor, and with a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Yeah, they're the weapons, you know, the artillery guns, well, they don't use some, but I forget what's the name of their military vehicle, right? The howitzers, swords in the hands, the AK-47, right? All the other rifles and whatnot, so forth. The RPGs, the machine guns, all these things, you know. But I'm going down and take more. Persia, Persia, which is Iran, and Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets, right? Goma and all his bands, right? Who is Goma? I think Goma is Turkey. Yeah? Goma is Turkey. Because even now, look, Turkey, who is I don't wanna be going off here. Because Turkey, who is a NATO member, right? What going on with Turkey now? Turkey, who is a NATO member, they buying the S-400. Turkey buying the S-400. Right? Turkey buying the S-400 missile defense system. Yeah? Just hold us, give me a minute. Right? Turkey have been defying NATO policy and buying the S-400 missile battery and anti-aircraft defense system Slovakia from Russia, right? And America is very pissed off at that, because what's going on? America was selling to Turkey at least 100 F-35 fighter jets, right? But with Turkey now buying the S-400, America ended up scrapping the deal, because what America is saying, Turkey could end up letting the Russians go through the F-35 Slovakia, you know, and find out that it weak points and whatnot, so forth, to upgrade their air defense system with the S-400, S-500, and now they even know Russia the S-700, right? So America do not want to go ahead with the sale again to the Russians, right? Also the Russians, something else again, the Russians was purchasing from them, you know. But as I say, the Russians going against going against NATO and Russia, and not Russia, Slovakia, Turkey is going against NATO, and Turkey is a NATO member state, right? And Turkey is going to be fighting on the side of the Russians and the Iranians and whatnot, so forth, right? Because Turkey and all is getting fed up of America, right? Continuing, Goma and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, the north quarters, and all his people, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Right? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Smalley. You understand? So these nations is gearing up for war. When you go into Joel 3, just for edification's sake, you know, we always bring out the scripture because the scripture is something serious. When you go into the book of Joel, chapter 3, right? This is what it says. Chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Yeah. And that is what's going on now. The father as we know reading because this linking with Slovakia with Isaiah 13. Right? The father is mustering these troops. He's mustering these troops. Right? Wake up the mighty men, prepare war. Right? Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Yeah. As I said earlier on, these nations now who was saying, who didn't have nuclear power, didn't have nuclear armament, now they're having it. Right? Now they're having it. So it's not like America alone having nuclear missiles, not like America and England and France alone having nuclear missiles. Now other nations having nuclear missiles and other nations that is against them. So the playing field now becomes level. Right? The playing field becomes level. And that beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hook into spears. Right? That goes back into these nations where they're spending the GDP in the military, or on the military, I should say, Slovakia. Right? These nations, they're spending the money on naval ships. They're spending the money on submarines. Right? Fighter jets, bombers. On the ICBM program. That is what these nations now doing. These nations don't have time. These nations are not really spending the money on the people too much anymore. Because they know what is coming up. They're gearing up for war. Whilst a lot of you niggas, all you just want to do is just party and bullshit and go about your life like if you know like tomorrow sure for you, and you know everything is all well and good. Everything is all well and good. Everything is all well and sanctified. Whilst war is on the horizon. Whilst martial law is on the horizon. Right? Because martial law is coming out as always. You just always say it, not I or only, but the men are GMS. You know, all the GMS camps in Trinidad and through the four corners of the earth. But I'm speaking for Trinidad here. Martial law is going to come to Trinidad. Right? Martial law is coming to Trinidad, whether you like it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, because the monetary system is going to come to a crashing halt. It is going to come to a crashing halt. Right? Assemble yourselves, I'm going to verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down. Right? Let let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? There's where World War III will be at its climax. Right? In the valley of decision, in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Right? There's where it go really get sticky, there's where the World War III go really get nasty. Right? Because as we just say, it will start in Venezuela there and end up across there. Right? Because Putin didn't bring those 2 nuclear bombers for just bringing them safe. He didn't do that. He bring those bombers there to show America how serious he is. Right? Now look, you have China. Besides Russia and Venezuela, you have China. Right? These nations not just there. These nations not just there for fun. For fun and games and for paradise. These nations in America backyard for war. For war. And Trinidad is going to feel the brunt of it because right next to Venezuela. The port is going to be closed down. It ain't going to have no more port. The port in Port of Spain, the port down Point Lisas. Yeah, Point Lisas. It is going to be shut down. Right? So the Father is bringing these nations, gathering all these nations for war. Continuing, I go into Revelation, to the book of Revelation, chapter 6. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6. And I will start from 12. And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Why, Lord? And the stars of the heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. So, a Christian will read this and thinking is the literal stars. No, that is the nuclear missiles. That the ICBMs, because the ICBMs, what they had to do, they had to come out of Earth. When they go up, they had to come out of Earth atmosphere and disassemble, right? And the warheads now go start to come apart. Will actually come back into Earth atmosphere, and then the warheads will start come apart, start to separate, so like here. They'll start to separate and go to a target. Right? So that is what's going on there. And when that started to take place, the nuclear fallout, the radiation and whatnot, it is going to block off the moon, block off the sun. You understand? It is going to block off everything. Because I say it's over 200 million missiles is going to be dropped on America. Plus the land of Israel is going to be destroyed also by thermonuclear missile. Also Russia is going to be hit with missiles too. Right? The Father had great judgment coming upon these nations. And the heaven departed, and the heaven, it's like I'm finish verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind, right? And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island will move out of their places. Yeah, literally every mountain and island is going to be removed out of its places when America is being destroyed. When America is being destroyed, the amount of nuclear missile that is going to drop on America, right? It is going to cause great tsunamis. Right? It ain't going to have no more Trinidad and Tobago, no more Barbados, no more St. Vincent, no more Grenada, no more Dominica, no more Hispaniola, which is Haiti and Dominican Republic, no more Puerto Rico, no more Cuba. All the islands is going to be washed away, all, literally all. The landmass, the map as you know it is going to shift. it is going to be readjusted. Mountains is literally going to be moved out of its place because it's going to have a serious earthquake, right? Because these missiles that these nations have now, it is way 100 times way more advanced than what America dropped in Hiroshima and Nagasaki back in World War II. It is way more advanced, right? So when all those missiles is being dropped, it is going to shake the earth. And as the scripture said, the Father, his words do not come to void. Right? It's not going to fail. His words not going to fail. Your words go fail, but not his words. Right? But continue. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, right? The kings of the earth, that goes back to your leaders, and the great men, right? Right, that goes back. Them great men goes back to these corporate men, and to these of course, like these pharmaceutical industries and whatnot, great companies like Gillette and Goodyear, and who own Nissan and Toyota and all these things, corporate men, big businessmen, great men, big businessmen, great businessmen like Bill Gates and whatnot, Mark Zuckerberg, the man who set up Facebook and WhatsApp, right? But we found out what's going to happen to them. And great men and rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, the chief captains, military leaders, and the mighty men, the soldiers, the men of lower ranks in the military, and every bondman, that is the men in the jailhouses, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks and in the mountains. Yeah, right? It have these who going to be hiding in these dams, these deep underground military bunkers, right? And then the rocks on the mountain, that goes back to the churches. A lot of them, they want to say they're going in a church. But you wouldn't even find the Lord in a friggin' church. Because he don't dwell in temples made at hands. He don't deal with these churches. He could care less about you. You could go to church from since you was a baby to now. He could care less about that. Because he don't deal with those churches. He's not a part of these churches. It could be Baptist church, where you're shaking a bell and catching the power. It could be Roman Catholic church, where you're worshiping Mother Mary. It could be Seventh-day Adventist church, where you say, oh, you're keeping the Sabbath, or every Saturday, when the Sabbath is not even every Saturday. Like he's not dealing with these churches. And what we the men of the Lord here bringing out on the highways and the byways, what we bringing out here, the prophecies, because these so-called pastors, they can themselves break down the scriptures and share prophecies, right? They're not giving you the truth. But we the men of the Lord who giving you the truth, you niggas don't want that. Because this gospel here, this truth here is for you so-called Negroes. This gospel here is not for the whole world. The Father is not a God of the whole world, as he was made to believe. But as the scripture says, let me see if I can find it just quick for edification's sake. Let me go into the book of Ecclesiasticus. Oh, wait, boy. Let's see how quick I can find it. That's not. Yeah, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look, yeah, if it was Pastor Coffee or T.D. Jakes, Bishop T.D. snakes. And these other rich men, or telling you this here, you would listen and you would hold your tongue. You wouldn't even utter a word. Because why? These men is well-known men. These men is well prominent men in society. Right? Well, let me find out something here. Right? When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he said. They exalted to the clouds. Yeah, they speak good of that man. And the scripture say, woe unto them who to you for those who speak well of you. Right? Because we don't want the people to speak well of us and talk nice of us. Right? We love when the people tell us we're false prophets and slander us and all these things. Right? We love it. Because if you come in and talking nice to us, as he let us say, then we false prophets. Right? Because when we come into you, we're supposed to be touching our nerve. We're supposed to be touching our nerve. Right? Let me continue. But if the poor man speak, yeah, if the poor man, which is us, the meek, the humble, who coming out on the highways and byways in sackcloth, right? When they see with this, they say we have on apron, we have on rag. They just call we bums, GMS bums. We have on bum wear. And all these things. Right? They doesn't want to hear we. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Yeah. Right? If you make a mistake, you might quote a scripture wrong. You might make a slip of the tongue might they would try to demonize us in the worst type of way. To demonize us in the worst type of way. But not knowing these same men who you're calling madman, because we had people call us that on the highways and byways, these madmen and all these things, all kind of name you could think about to call us. But not knowing is we is the true men of the Lord, and telling you the truth where you wouldn't hear in the Christian church. The Christian church not telling you martial law is about to come. The Christian church not telling you, they're not even getting you ready for World War III, for martial law. They're not even getting you ready for the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. As a matter of fact, they don't even know where's the mark of the beast. Because when you ask big pastor, so-called Apostle Gino Jennings, where's the mark of the beast? I don't know. It's a mark. It's a mark. But we could go into the mark of the beast. Right? You must see how quick. That's for edification's sake. Because all this thing will be tying in with World War III. All these things will be tied in with World War III because it is not going to have no more money. This is Revelation right? This is Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13. I will start from 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he speaketh as a dragon, which that goes back to America, right? Because they so-called commit, say the so-called commit peace and whatever. When you really check it out, they all about war, right, and destruction, right? And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, right? He exercised the power, all the power of the first beast before him, right? Which was really, that goes back to the ancient Roman Empire, right? And caused the earth that which dwelt therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Because this goes back into when we break Slovakia, when we bring down the Roman Empire, right? And then we rule Europe for 1,000 years, and then we fall out of rulership, and the so-called white man come into power, and they set back up this they hence had the Renaissance. When Renaissance mean rebirth, and they set up their new Roman Empire, you know, their new revised Roman Empire, right? Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven and on the earth in the sight of men, right? That goes back to his bombs and whatnot, so forth. You understand? And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, right? Because everybody think that the so-called white man is God. You understand? Right? And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not follow to worship the beast, that they should be killed. Right? But that goes back to the system, to the EU, to NATO and EU. Right? The system. It's not a literal beast coming out of the blasted sea. Right? And anybody who wouldn't worship the beast, anybody who wouldn't worship the system, anybody who wouldn't confine to the system would be killed. Right? You can go in and speak for itself here. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, right? Free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now let me go into that word mark. I wonder if I should have put my volume up on a bit now. Right? I'm going to think it over again. I'm going to let this vehicle pass here. Because I almost finished with these scriptures here. Right? We'll do it over again.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Right? Karagma. Right? That's the Greek word for saying that. That's the Greek word for saying mark. Right? And when you go into that word mark, right? When you go into that word mark, a stamp, an imprinted mark,